used to be a general store, and Jesse James evidently robbed the Yankton bank. The sheriff from Yankton chased him, came up to the general store and asked the guy, "Have you seen the James gang?" And the store owner's like, "They just went by, they're back in there." And the sheriff said, "Well, that's a devil's of a nest. I don't want to go send my men down in there and get them killed." All right, guys, so I'm out on another adventure and I'm here with Dave, and Dave invited me to come out to his cabin here at Devil's Nest. And this place has a lot of history behind it. There was a video that I did last year sometime where I came up here and I kind of drove around and I spotted the ski lift that's up there. So we're gonna hang out for a little while. He's gonna give me some history of the place and kind of show me around and have a good time. And there's a couple of pups running around too, so stay tuned, guys. This should be an awesome one. Just out here on the back deck, guys, this view is amazing. We've got the lake, and I guess Dave said that the sun rises over here. Yep. And it'll set over here, so you get to watch the whole thing. It's pretty amazing. Is that building with the two things, was that like a resort thing or something? Clubhouse? Yeah, that's what I thought. It was a restaurant, and it was supposed to be a marina. Oh, okay. And they had it all dug out at one point in time, and then the way the Niobrara dumps in, and the silt and all that with the Missouri River, that is all silted in. And because they did have boats from Yankton, you could come up and eat lunch at the marina. Oh. You know, like a ferry boat kind of deal, or no, just outboating. Just come out. Yeah, just come out. Dock. Beautiful building, and I can't believe it's still standing. It's had a couple different owners and all that. And I can't remember what I think it was like 500,000 in 1969 or something. Jeez. So it's like a $2-3 million building now. Well, Dave brought me a sixer of these to try. So we're gonna give this a shot. I did just crack it open. We've got ourselves a Kona Brewing Big Wave Golden Ale. Delicious. And what does it say on the back here? I don't think I've had this before. Paddle into an easy drinking island refreshment with big waves so smooth it's like catching a crest of a breaking wave at Oahu's Makaha Beach and gliding all the way into shore. Paradise is just one sip away. Paradise is just a sip, one life, right? Mess that one up a little bit. I can't tell, there's something on the inside of the lid. I can't tell what it says though. I don't know if you guys can see that. Well, it's like so, I don't understand it. It looks like it says no act, don't be. Yeah, or is it Hawaiian? Maybe something like that, I don't know. I don't know. But I suppose I should actually take a sip of this. It's good. It's very good. Golden Ale, Kona Brewing. Mahalo for drinking responsibly. You guys can't have any. We're gonna take a tour of the property, guys, or the neighborhood. I don't even know what you would call it. So this is where we have to put our boat in. This is where the beach is, and evidently locals say like good catfishing. So oh yeah, off the bank even. That's awesome.
Get up real quick. Great place to swim, fishing, all that down here.
So we've made it down to the lake. You can see the cliff walls behind us here. So if you guys are following on, the last couple of videos, I was staying, I don't know, how many miles would that be probably?
It's like,
8 miles down the lake that way?
Yeah.
Quite a ways. But this is all private access then? Like,
yeah. But the fishing right here, we see a lot of guys down here fishing all the time. So. That's Springfield over there. If you're full zoom, you can see the water towers.
Maybe. I don't know if mine will go that far.
You'll catch it. But that's Springfield, South Dakota.
Springfield, South Dakota. You guys can barely see the water towers off in the distance if I can hold this steady enough.
And then straight across the lake is the Bon Home. I don't know if I'm saying that properly or not. Bon Home colony, like an Amish Mennonite.
Oh, okay.
And it's one of the, I believe it's one of the like biggest turkey farms in South Dakota.
There it is.
And they have a huge, huge operation going on over there. So. But that's kind of one of our markers for bringing the boat in across the lake. We had a guy in here about 10 years ago, and my kids remembered his name is Chris. And he like tried to like move in. And I'll take you back. He was quote unquote Army Ranger. He built this Rambo structure back here and was trying to live back here without anybody knowing. And he had Virginia license plates. It was the scariest thing in the planet, you know. I had called the sheriff. We had the sheriff come out a couple of times to try and get him out. It was just
So he told us about the guy, and we've come down this trail. Like, we're way back in the property here.
I'll let you lead.
And I guess there's some weird dude's camp back here. And I'm not the weird dude this time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this dude was going to live here forever.
Yeah, he was all set. That thing was, it was all suspended up in the air. It was,
oh, he had it off the ground?
Yeah, it was about 6 feet off the ground. He had a crossbow hanging in there. He had a shower set up. You can tell by his knots, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, that's wild. It probably, I mean, that took him a long time to get this up.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was a huge platform, and then it was covered. He had a crossbow. He had a little shower set up over there. The creek is, you know, he knew what he was doing. It's just down the ways there, so he could get water. And he was setting up camp. I mean, this was. So thankfully we got him out of here. But.
Oh yeah, there's stuff over there. I mean, it is a really cool spot, though.
It's a very cool spot.
What's the sign?
That's a lot.
So somebody owns this as a lot then? Yeah. That's crazy to think that, and people aren't using any of this stuff.
Yeah, no, all along, we're on a road. That was a street that we were just on, you know, so, and I think there's a hydrant right where we turned. So you're out here, couldn't be more in the middle of nowhere, and there's a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
You know, with a water main and.
Yeah, that's crazy. Need to call Steve Wallace down here.
Yeah.
I've got a spot for you, buddy.
Exactly. Stealth camp, I dare you.
Yeah, you got a little slice of heaven right here.
It's been pretty cool. Which would be beneficial. That's all right. That's probably just the time to end up taking it. It should fall off. No, while you're getting ready. this is the dividing line for the Santee Reservation and then our stuff. But then if you keep going here, then that takes you up to the top of the ski run, and that's where people would ski down, is on that hill over there.
So this right here where this fence is, guys, that's the Santee Indian Reservation. And yeah,
it takes you all the way up. And if you keep going this way, then somebody, and I don't know what's going on with it, but somebody's clearing all this, and I'm guessing they're gonna offer some properties for sale or something. So.
well, I know it's hard to see on camera, y'all, but the lake off in the distance, you can see the lake over there. We're out on the top of a pretty awesome hill. There is kind of some rain. It was sprinkling a little bit on us. This moment, like if I didn't know I was in Nebraska, like you could convince somebody they're somewhere else, I feel like.
And I've always felt like if you look out that way, it's almost like the Appalachians or something.
Oh yeah, and there's so many hills here.
Yeah, with the trees. It's just different country out here.
Mm-hmm.
The valleys. And so the reason, what I understand, the reason it got its name of Devil's Nest is on top of that hill right there where that house is, and then there's a little sign. There used to be a general store, and Jesse James evidently robbed the Yankton Bank and crossed the Missouri and then came over here to hide out in the gullies and all that. And the sheriff from Yankton chased him over to that and came up to the general store and asked the guy, hey, have you seen the James gang? Did they go by? And the store owner's like, yep, they just went by, they're back in there, you know? And the sheriff said, well, that's a devil's of a nest. I don't want to go send my men down in there and get them killed. And that's one of the things we've heard is why it's called Devil's Nest. There's a couple other things, but I know some of the Native Americans are kind of a little freaked out about this area. I think this is where they used to send their shamans to do their vision quests, and I don't know if it was more revered for them. And I'm not an expert on that stuff, but I've heard that firsthand from a Santee Native American that's so I'm guessing that there might be some truth in that, you know?
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's always so great to hear about the history of the places that you're at, and you know, I think that's one of those things, like you're not going to read that on the internet. That's word of mouth things
right.
that you've been told, and you know, like you said, you talk directly to a Santee native.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, I could see if you weren't familiar with this, and you could 100% get lost here, and be lost for a little while.
I've been coming up here a long time. My sense of direction, every time I come up here,
just turn around.
Get all turned around. Just usually I'm like a compass, you know, and up here I still like, hey, which way's south, you know? Trying to get it figured out, just the way the hills work and the curves and something different.
Such a cool spot. All right, guys, we're gonna keep rolling. Is that the original buildings then?
I think the house is. I'm not sure about that. Oh, there's a deer right there, right next to the house.
Oh yeah. My zoom's garbage.
Oh yeah, you got them.
They're all blurry. Get out of the digital. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of little bucks. Oh yeah, running across. They're in the horse stalls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a big buck there at the end.
The last...
He's a good pointer. He's not that big yet, but...
Oh, yeah, you can see him on the hill.
Mm-hmm. So they did... this is the equestrian center, and they flew... It was Roy Rogers. They flew him in, and then... God dang it, there was another actor. Was it Lauren Green? Was that his name? With Old
I've
Cowboy?
never heard of that guy. I know who Roy Rogers is.
Yeah. Flew him in and did like a chuck wagon, and we're trying to sell lots, and it was a big to-do in the area. So, but they did a covered wagon, chuck wagon thing down here with all those actors and artists and all that. So
that's cool.
About a block in here. Do you see a headstone or anything?
I don't see anything, no. I don't think so. Are they under the trees?
Yeah, it's a weird deal. It's like they're kind of, it's all these cedars are kind of taken over. And it did at one point, it had a fence. Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, I see a fence right here.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, there's a little, is it Mary statue down
Oh, there's a tiny little headstone right there, it looks like. Wow.
1889.
Caroline Webb died, does that say August? August 27th?
Yeah.
1889. Age 70, 75 years?
Really? That seems...
I don't think that's it might have been a 2.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, is that a headstone?
Yeah. Some of these you can't even see, guys.
I know there's more in here. That just it's all getting so overgrown.
That's so wild.
Nope.
Can't see anything else.
But it's you can tell it's fenced off. You know.
Yeah.
You've got it. There's somebody down here, so we're gonna stop here.
Well, there's the ski lift. That's crazy.
So this is the bottom. This is the bottom of the ski run, where you come in at the top, and we'll go up there. But where you come in at the top of the ski lift, this is the motor house. Really cool. I've actually been up in there, and it's a pretty neat structure.
It's so weird to just see the cars hanging there. or the lifts, you know.
In Nebraska.
Yeah.
You're not in Aspen. You're not in Telluride. You're in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
And here.
To be able to come down here and be shown this, and hear the history and see this with my own eyes, like, this is like, it's like post-apocalyptic, like,
yeah, we're talking zombie stuff in the Razor while they're driving. Yeah, you definitely see somebody crawling out of there right now.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's what you would think you'd see at Chernobyl or something. Yeah. I don't know. It's just so weird to see, and it's so sad that it didn't work.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
I mean, it's probably, yeah.
You have a bunch of people up here.
You got awesome. A good deal because it didn't work.
Well, think of all the cars and stuff coming in. If this was running full speed and all that, yeah, it'd be busy on the weekends. And
we went over the fence. We're gonna try not to slip and break a leg, but I've got a fireman here to help me if I do.
Retired. Don't call.
You could still help me.
Nice, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I guess I didn't mention it at the beginning of the video, but Dave is a very good photographer. That's how we interacted on Instagram. It's Photo Omaha, at Photo Omaha. I will leave a link to his stuff down below. But he invited me out to come check this stuff out because obviously he's got an eye for cool shit. It's crazy how it's like, yeah, it's all just grown up in weeds and
like the bottom of the ski run, you know. So you think you're coming down, this is where people are getting on and off, you know, and you're in the northern Nebraska. Just absolutely nuts. And the amount of money that's sitting up there to make all this work was.
Mm-hmm. And to only run for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and then to sit for 40.
So what year was it? You probably said already at some point.
I think they started in 68, and then maybe 69, 70, the ski lift was running and the clubhouse was open, and but all that was just like 3-4 years, and then it all shut down. And
not all investments are good.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we're gonna head back up the hill. This is such an amazing spot, and just the sun's setting right behind it right now. Yeah, look at this, guys. And it's all because you're watching the video, but we're gonna keep rolling down the road. That's perfect.
So when we get up here and then to the right, there's gonna be about, I'm gonna say 60 deer.
Oh yeah, there's deer everywhere. There's a bunch back there. See the whitetail running, guys? Can you see that? There's a couple more over there. Can you guys see the deers? Oh, they're running off. Ah, they're all running away. Pink, orange, purple, blue. Man, would you look at that?
Oh wow, go rainbow.
Very faint. The end of that sitting on top of your cabin.
That's beautiful. Wow, look at that sunset.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It is.
We got a rainbow on this side, a sunset on this side.
Oh yeah.
So this is that 540 that we're.
Oh, we were down there looking up this way.
Looking up this way. There's those group of cedar trees. You can kind of see the brown piles.
Yep.
Yep. So we were looking across all this up to here. So.
You guys see the lake out there in the distance? And we were down there, right there, I think. That's awesome. All right, y'all, we're getting ready to head back to the cabin, but I wanted to stop here again and show you guys this. So this is the top of the ski lift, and we were just recently down at the bottom, and where you could actually see some of the chairs hanging. But this is where I filmed a video at last year, and this is where I stopped it at, because I could not get access to anything behind the scenes. And this is private property here. We're not going to cross this one, but as you guys can see, I have been able to get in the back door of this place and definitely see some of the really cool spots. The graveyard, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like, there's a lot of history here. I didn't realize the last time I was here that it bordered Native American reservation. So yeah, it's just.
There's a runway.
There's a runway. You guys need a drag strip. Let's turn.
Oh, it'd be perfect for
that.
Yeah.
Perfect for a drag strip.
Yeah.
That's what Scribner was. It was an airport they turned into a drag strip, and then it all shut down, I think.
Hey, Devil's Nest drag strip.
Let me call Cletus McFarland.
Yeah. Keep that under wraps.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna get headed back to the cabin and get some food cooking. Dave's got some food to cook up. I think he's gonna feed me well, so I'm indebted.
Good luck.
I'm forever indebted. But yeah, let's hit the road, guys. I don't think I actually introduced them. Suki and Navy. Suki and Navy. Yes. Oh. And you got the coolest birthmark I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is some deluxe cooking right here.
It's a turkey cutlet?
Turkey breast tenderloin.
And the puppy. Navy. What's a Navy? What's a Navy? Ooh, and there's a Suki. Ooh. How old are the dogs?
Suki's like 4, 5, and Navy's 2 or 3. So still pretty young. Oh, you like well done turkey, right?
Looks good to me.
There you go.
So I don't know if I've ever had turkey like this before.
Oh, seriously?
I don't think so. Not grilled. I mean, deep fried.
Really?
I've had some turkey cutlets and things like that, but I don't think I've ever had just a big hunk of turkey on the grill.
We do that all the time.
All right, we've got some barbecue sauce, turkey cutlet,
Flavor enhancer.
and some rice. That's very good. Very good.
Sure?
Mm-hmm. I'd take this over chicken any day of the week.
Really?
Oh,
well, and part of the deal, it's marinated in the bag, or I mean,
pre-seasoned.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't add anything to it.
That's great. That's very good. Thank you. Where'd you get that?
Really?
At?
I want to say Aldi.
Aldi?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was nothing to it. Flip it every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, and thankfully you set the timer, because we get to talking and forget.
Have you ever broken a camera?
Worst thing I've ever done to a camera, a Canon 10D, first like consumer digital camera, DSLR that came out. I can't remember, they were like $3,000 just for the body. I'm at Lake Cunningham, taking a picture of herons and geese or whatever in this, and I'm wearing waders. I'm sitting down like to here in a swamp type thing, shooting eye level across trying to get these herons. And I go to change lenses. I take the lens off, put the camera in my lap, go to grab the other lens, the camera goes bonk,
Right into the water?
into this swamp water.
Oh man, done.
Done. It was open. Wasn't a lens on it, like you couldn't, it wasn't,
Yeah.
it went right in the sensor, right into the whole thing.
Oh man.
Literally $3,000. Gone. That was cool. I don't know if because that pickup truck was down there, but being able to get down that close to the motor house of the ski lift, I hadn't been down there.
You usually can't pull in there then? Oh.
Kind of right where those rocks were, across the one side of the road, and I think you even pointed out, you're like, this place is so cool or something. There's usually a cable across that whole thing.
Oh, you can't get back there.
Yeah, so it's a lot of food. It was good.
It was. It was very good.
I'm out. Tapping out. Tap.
Got one bite left.
Yeah. That's a huge bite.
All right, so we finished dinner, and Dave's got a bunch of maps. They're called plat maps. These things are like city planning maps and things like that are called plat maps. And he's got a bunch of maps from the initial design of the development here. And we're gonna take a look at these.
So like this one here, there's your clubhouse that
We drove in. So we drove in on this road here, right?
Yeah, it gets a little let's see, because where is the visitor center? I think. Yeah, right there. Yep. So up. Yep, Devil's Rim Road, all the way up to there. So in sequence. We do have our place in here. Yeah, it's just these are all lots. I mean, every
It's
page.
crazy to think that there's that
And
much.
then this is the golf course running through the middle of all that.
And they never did anything with the golf course?
No. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't even know what Purcellby is, but Maverick Circle, Sourdough.
Like, can you even access any of these things? And these were all paved roads at the time, right?
I don't know if they were paved. I think there was like 6 or 7 that were established.
That were at the time?
Or maybe like the big loop or something was paved. And then everything else. But they did, I know for a fact it was all bulldozed. It was all...
Everything was flattened out?
Everything, because they ran all the sewer lines, they ran all the power lines, and the water. So... And there used to be a sewage treatment plant. They did all that here. They were expecting it to be big, and you can tell by the...
Yeah, by the size of this.
Yeah.
So it's are these different sections then?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's all just different areas of the nest. I thought there was one that just kind of dialed right in at our place, but... Devil's Rim... Yeah, it's just crazy. Vagabond Road, Vagabond, you know?
Mm-hmm. Tomahawk Circle, Winnetoon.
Yeah. I mean, just all of that up here.
So is this a full map of the entire place then?
No, not even close yet.
Do you have any idea what percentage of properties are actually occupied?
I have no idea. What do you mean by occupied?
Like, they have a building on them that's used.
Oh, there's only 20 houses up here.
Only 20?
Yeah.
Oh.
25 maybe? At the 22?
And with that number, do you guys see the amount of lots?
Yeah.
And this isn't even a map of the entire place. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, here we are. Yeah, we're up here. Devil's Rim Road, Clubhouse, left on Dakota. If you go right, go down to the beach.
This was the ski lift out here then?
Oh no, ski lift's clear back.
Ski lift's this way?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I can understand how you get turned around.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts.
Is there dates on here anywhere?
I think there was. I think they have to be. Yeah.
1990. 1970. May 29th, 1974. So almost 10 years before I was born. 8th July 1970.
Yeah.
Man, I can't imagine the people that planned this and it just
the amount
didn't work.
Yeah, and there were I think banks from Omaha involved. It was supposed to be the next Okoboji. It really was, you know.
Well, and you said before we got on camera, you said that Coca-Cola, and
that's what I've heard. I know, like Mount Marty College, a bunch of corporations. Our house was like Gillette Dairy out of Norfolk. Is my understanding is who built the home. So there was a bunch of corporations. This was supposed to be, you know, like I said, the next Okoboji or the next destination that had a runway, an airport.
There's going to be business retreats.
Yeah, golf course, ski lift. I mean, it could have been just nuts, you know?
Yeah. And in a matter of 3-4 years, it was just done.
Done. Yep.
But all the development had taken place. Sewer lines were ran, roads were ran, water was ran.
Yeah.
Like
power.
Everything is here.
Power's underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild to think.
Yeah.
Somebody went broke.
Yeah.
Like multiple people
you would
probably
think.
went broke.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's wild, guys. So it's really cool that he's got copies of these maps. It'd be cool to like try to trace the roads and find these little ones that are completely sunken in there and see if you can actually find pavement. Maybe, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it on the video as we were like driving around. Maybe I got it somewhere, but there's street signs out here, like embossed metal street signs that are just wasting away. It's every high school photographer's dream.
Exactly.
Really.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
It's just wild, man. All right, guys. Dinner was great. The fire has been great. It started raining a bit, but we've been out hanging out. We sat in here and talked for a while. Exchanged some great stories. It was a good time. But we're gonna get ready to head to bed, and we'll see what the morning has to offer. So, yeah, we're gonna crash out, guys. I'll see you in the morning. Hey. Good morning. Oh, poppers. You want me to throw the ball for you? Oh, just want to hang out. Man. Well, it's like 7:15 in the morning. Dave's not up yet. And I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't get up and watch the sunrise, honestly. Like, I could have got up earlier. I should have got up earlier. I bet watching it come up over here would have been really cool. Just a beautiful morning, a beautiful spot, y'all. It's rad. Breakfast is ready. If you're cool, maybe we'll walk with them down to the Bobcat then.
Yeah.
Is that all right? You cool with a little hike?
Mm-hmm.
They need some exercise and then kind of get down. And might be able to see them then if we're halfway quiet. I had them with me when I saw them the time before.
Oh, deer right there. I just saw it run through the tree. I could tell she was picking up. We're gonna try to spot a bobcat. Right there, you can see right in the cliff there, there's a hole. And that's the den. We'll walk in here a little bit. But I saw, so 2 weeks ago, we had a bobcat run up that hill away from us. My wife and I were walking to it. See that den?
Oh yeah. There's the den, guys. I can't see him.
Anytime we got new kids up, that was the rite of passage.
Walk through there?
They had to walk through the culvert. So you're a new kid?
I guess. Did you hear that? That might be a tree moving. I've got the dog to protect me if there's something scary in here. It's getting a little sloppy. When you can tell somebody has driven like four-wheelers and stuff through there.
Oh, have it? Okay.
Just wide enough, it looks like. Kind of slimy. Well, that was cool. So these signs are all over this place out here. And like we're just out in the middle of nowhere. And it's the old embossed sign. And you can tell that's been here forever. It's a little crooked. And this was lot 1017 in this little clearing here. It's just so wild to see, just like the culvert I just walked through. Yeah, that's cool. All right, guys, we've made it back to the cabin after the hike. Took a shower, got cleaned up.
One of us took a shower.
And I'm gonna close this video out here because I'm gonna stay up here another night. I had only initially planned to be here for one night, but this is awesome. I mean, Dave's being very generous and very hospitable, so I'm gonna hang out for another night. And in the next video, we're gonna do a little bit of traveling into the local native reservation, and see some of the museums and history there. So I feel like that should probably be another video. But like I said, I will link Dave's social media stuff down below so you guys can go give him a follow. And like I said, stay tuned for the next one because it should be good. You have anything you'd like to add?
I'm horrible in front of the camera, man.
I'm going to leave that in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Good time.
Stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.